Hey, what's up, Army? Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to share this space with me. I hope you're doing well. I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to use these cards today. I have not used these cards in a while. Um, not in these readings, anyway. So I'm going to get into those. Being drawn to this. I don't even know what stone this is. Maybe you do. It looks like fluorite to me. I could be wrong. Um, it's a green and purple. As I was cleansing these cards, shuffling them up, I heard seven, seventh heaven. There used to be a show. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I also kept seeing a frog, and I heard you're ready. Being that I heard the number 7, I divided these into 7 piles. The piles that are jumping out to me the most are this one, the first one, the fourth one, and the last one, which actually happened to be the beginning, the middle, and the end of these cards. This deck, you can't really see it. I need a different tripod so I can like move it down and you guys can see the cards. If you notice this deck here, or I should say I noticed that this one is upside down. And when I flip the card, it says united we stand, divided we fall. I heard there's division among the ranks. Something is crumbling. Something is crumbling. I'm getting the energy of I'm hearing fallout. It's like people are leaving something. It's like this mass exodus where people are like, I'm not supporting you anymore. I'm not supporting this anymore. I'm out. You want to keep doing it, cool, but I'm out. I don't know what this pertains to. I'm gonna assume that you do. So now I have my first 3 piles. I'm gonna put these up here. I don't know if we're gonna get into them or not, but I'm going to start with those. I'm going to move this one over here. These 3 cards, these 3 top cards, they all have purple and blue in them. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Purple and blue, very significant. There's also purple underneath all of these. This one is green underneath. Green is standing out. I saw a green frog. Something about green. Green is what? The heart chakra, right? Purple is intuition. Blue, wearing blue, is throat. There's this energy I'm getting, like this religious energy. I'm hearing cult. The church of, it's a church of some kind. Losing followers, losing supporters. Excuse my throat. I can't tell. I think it's a cold. I think it's allergies. I don't know what it is. It's there. It's not there. It's just kind of like hanging on by a thread. I don't know. All right. Seeing the color green again. Somebody's heart chakra is opening. I'm seeing ice melting. I'm seeing dinosaurs. I'm seeing cavemen. I'm seeing the movie Encino Man. Really date myself with these things. Encino Man, if you don't know Encino Man, they find a caveman in ice. They defrost him, and it's a whole movie. Pretty much. What is this? Do or do not. There is no try. Stay prayed up. False prophets on these screens everywhere you go. The people, what do you expect when dumb people got smartphones? Smoke and mirrors. That smoke and mirrors pertains directly to false prophets. Do or do not, there is no try, and stay prayed up. I'm hearing somebody is predicative text, predicative programming. Somebody's trying to use predicative programming so that people manifest negativity in their lives. Do or do not, there is no try. Somebody's trying to pray. I'm hearing, I'm trying. Do or do not, there is no try. Stay prayed up. Somebody's having a hard time sticking to their spiritual practices. But this stay prayed up is what's going to clear these smoke and mirrors. I'm seeing that card. The confusion prayer. Remove the illusions that hide the truth. Somebody false prophets on these screens everywhere we go. Somebody thinks, or there's an energy that is like thinks people are dumb, or expects people to be dumb, or caters to or counts on lower intelligence. This energy of like, I know more than you. You can't lead yourself. You need my advice. You need my help. You need my answers. I'm hearing what is that? It's like the answers don't lie with man. It's the energy of like looking outside of yourself for the answers, looking not trusting your intuition, not trusting your inner guidance, not trusting your spirit team. Not believing in the unseen, only taking the physical, only taking what's in front of you. I'm hearing even the weather is predicative programming. It's like the weatherman says in the morning, well, it's going to rain. Everybody believes it's going to rain, so it rains. Humanity creates on a collective on a collective scale. People don't think about that. They think about manifesting on an individual level. They forget that we are a collective. I'm hearing he who controls the collective mind controls the world. So one mind. It's like one. I'm seeing like that's so weird. I'm seeing the movie I'm so sorry. I'm seeing the movie I Am Robot. And you know how that like that main computer ends up controlling all the other computers, all the other soldiers, tells them what to do, and then you have the one robot that is conscious. that one robot that doesn't fall in line. Now I'm seeing the SpongeBob, what is it, the movie? when Plankton has like a sail the chum bucket and everyone ends up with chum buckets, and then the buckets like take control their mind. There's something, a switch, somebody's controlling the main computer. Television, tell lies to your vision. iRobot, and this one robot that is conscious is significant. What was that robot's name? I can't remember. I'm hearing collective cloaking. One more, please. Hearing 7 again. Maybe I'll do 7 cards for each pile. I don't. 888, right path, balance, and abundance. We are one unity consciousness. This is what I was just talking about. There's this energy where if enough of the collective wakes up, the control is lost. These false prophets on the screens, they have no power when the majority wakes up, when the majority sees through the smoke and mirrors. What was I going to say? When the majority sees through what is going on, they stop trying to wake up. It's like I'm getting the example of somebody who's addicted to their phone, and they're trying to be on their phone less and be more productive, but they can't. It's like this addiction, this pull, this draw. Pray about it. Whatever it is that's keeping you, it's like it's like knowing something and not being able to stop. It's like any addiction, really. I'm hearing lured by addictions. Pray about it. Restore me to sanity. One more, please. Pride. It came out weird, right? Can you see that? Pride. Pride before the fall. These energies that are controlling the masses, these energies that are controlling, they've been doing it for so long. Is this arrogance about them. I'm hearing that song, Video Killed the Radio Star. Where have all the flowers gone? This unity consciousness, we are one, recognizing that, trying to wake up, wake each other up. I'm seeing the movie, I don't know if you've seen this movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Level 16, and these girls are in like this like orphanage, and they think they're going to get adopted. And one of the girls wakes up, like one of the girls realizes that these vitamins that they're taking at night aren't really vitamins. They're like sleeping pills. She like doesn't take her vitamin and discovers what's going on at night. These girls, they're like being harvested. They're actually being sold for their skin. It's waking up to the truth, waking up to the lies, waking up to the manipulation, seeing through the smoke and mirrors. This is on a collective level. This call that I continuously pick up on unity, on humanity uniting. Like we have the answers. We are the answers. Telling me to pick the top card on this. Ruby. Somebody's name is Ruby. The other side of this card is greed. This manipulation obviously is a result of greed. This kind of thought process, the idea that we're being manipulated through the TV, we're being manipulated through media, we're being manipulated through marketing and all kinds of other things, whatever, social media at this point. This concept 20 years ago was tinfoil hat wearing ideas. It was conspiracy theories. It was delusional, just like the idea of aliens was delusional. It was crazy. Anybody 20, 30 years ago talking about aliens was considered to be a lunatic, and now they're admitting that there are actually aliens. This idea that we are being manipulated as a whole humanity, not just one country, but like those in power manipulate for greed, create these smoke and mirrors, create these illusions that we are powerless and we need them, separating us from source energy, separating us from our own ability to create, separating us from our magic, our our spirituality, separating us from nature, separating us from our true environment, from the right path, the path to healing, the path to unity, the path to consciousness, keeping us sedated and asleep and complacent, having us reach for personal goals over collective goals. Everybody wanting to be the one, the best. These materialistic accomplishments. We've lost sight of what do you say? Something with an R. We've lost sight of we lost sight of reality. What is that card that I have? Reality is wrong. Dreams are for real. It's like 20, it's like what I just said 20, 30 years ago. Um, People didn't believe in aliens, and now people do. And there's different concepts and different ideas of what an alien is, right? And the possibility that aliens are the ones that actually created us, kind of thing, right? The idea of manifestation was small compared to what it is now. How many people believe in manifesting reality? There are still some people that are like it's not true, but there is plenty of evidence that it is. Um, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, people will understand this concept. The concept of predictive programming will be greater than what it is now. The concept of predictive programming will be so understood that these false prophets and the smoke and mirrors are not going to work anymore. Um, these people that are um, creating these illusions, these wizards of Oz's, their curtains won't work anymore. It's like, I see you. I see your feet behind the curtain. Like, yeah, I see this big green head talking to me, but I also hear the sound coming from over there, and I see your feet coming from over there. It's like, how could you even insult my intelligence by trying to play this? This is where we're headed. This is where we're headed. The more people that wake up, the more people will wake up. It's a chain reaction. What is this card? I didn't look at the top card on the other one. Envy. What is this one before I forget? Spring. Sore loser. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's like these controlling energies will end up being the sore losers, trying to tell them that the way is love, that the way is unity, that the way is teamwork, that the way is cooperation, that the way is honoring the collective. Um, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Surrender control. You can't control the controlling. They're losing control. And it's like, but that's the choice that they're making. That's the choice that they're making. Because instead of honoring, they're caught in that pride and ego. Instead of honoring balance and abundance, instead of honoring like the power of humanity, the power of honoring these brilliant ideas. Like, there are people that come up with answers for the environment, that come up with cures for diseases, that come up with all of these things, and instead of honoring them, if it is something that will make those in control lose money, they're not honored, they're dismissed. And they are continuously being shown the benefit of respecting the whole, and they continue to be selfish and greedy. They continue to keep things out of balance. What else, please? Confusion prayer. I said this before. Remove the illusions that hide the truth. Sacred space. Remove the illusions that hide the truth and find your own sacred space. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's goes back to the message that I did earlier. Never underestimate the power of planting a seed. Can't control anybody. Surrender control, but don't let it stop you from planting those seeds. Continuing to work, continuing to stay prayed up, continuing to work on yourself individually raises the collective consciousness. This is a case where one person can make a difference. One person does make a difference. It's that ripple effect we talk about so many times. Staying prayed up, creating your sacred space, asking for the removal of the illusions that hide the truth. And then through your awareness, it opens the door for other people's awareness. And, saying, oh, well, it's their loss. That's true. But it's like, they can't say you didn't warn them. Connect with nature. I said that before. I said they're disconnecting us from nature, disconnecting us from what is coming natural or what is supposed to come natural. We are just animals on this planet. Praying mantis, be still, go within, meditate, quiet, reach a place of calm. This sacred space, removing what wants to show his face, enforcing boundaries. There's just this one sore loser card among, like, whoever this energy is. These controlling, seeming powers that be. It's like, oh, excuse me. They want to be seen as the gods of the world, and they're not. And they refuse to relinquish control. And it's like, instead of playing tug of war, finding your place of calm, finding your sacred space, continuing to ask for the illusions to be removed, clearing the smoke and mirrors, leads the way to being able to recognize false prophets when you see them. One more, please. That's a lot. That's another loser card. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. This is what I'm saying. You can't fight fire with fire. This tug of war, darkness with darkness, it doesn't work. It is up to the individual to continue to remove the illusions. I'm repeating myself. Finding your sacred space, praying, growing, healing. It becomes this collective consciousness that they can't see. It's like people think about going against these I keep hearing the word principalities. People see, we have to fight them. We have to rally together, but that's not the case. It's individual to individual. It's being done in the mind, in the heart, in the spirit. It's being done with prayer, with education, with learning about the self, learning about manipulation tactics, learning, praying, connecting with nature, turning the TV off, turning the social media off, and connecting with what comes natural, connecting with each other. It's in the conversations we have with each other, how we learn from each other, how we see the light in one another, in real life, in the 3D, in the flesh and blood. It's about these lights connecting and raising the consciousness in a way that they cannot compete. At some point, most people will not watch the news. At some point, most people will recognize the bullshit, see through the smoke and mirrors. And at that point, that is when the consciousness of humanity truly elevates. And the number of people they're left with controlling is almost insignificant and almost makes what they're doing not worth it at all. All right, last pile. This is like, this is not new information. I'm hearing refresher course. Courage is facing the fear and doing it anyway. And inspiration. This goes back to this card, do or do not. There is no try. Backfire at the bottom of the deck. There are people who know, but are too afraid to take that stand. Too afraid to turn off the news. Too afraid to not listen. There's been this programming of we know what's best for you, when really they've been creating the problems just to become the solution all along. The problems are all in the mind. Reality is what we make it. And as a collective, are we willing to continue to create a submissive reality as a collective? I said as a collective. Or is a cooperative reality more like what we're really striving for at the heart? Courage is facing the fear and doing it anyway. It's scary to change. It's like the first time you don't listen to your parents' advice. The first time they tell you something and you're like, okay, but I don't think that's going to work for me. I don't think I agree with that. The first time you start to question what you've been told, it's scary. What if I'm wrong? Right? Deprogramming is scary. Changing the program of the mind is scary, and the mind does not like it. The mind's like, what are we doing? What if you're wrong? You want to just abandon everything that's been programmed into you. You want to just abandon this belief system that we've been working with for so long. The mind, the computer of the mind, excuse me, does not like change. But courage is facing the fear and doing it anyway. Someone is inspired either by a person or a group of people. that section of humanity that is waking up. Darkness comes to light on the bottom. They tried to bury you but didn't realize you were a seed. I don't have haters, only fans in denial. These seeds that are growing. The difference between the wheat and the weeds. The wheat is showing like pillars, I'm hearing. Like pillars of society. And they're becoming more and more difficult to deny and to keep quiet. What else, please? The rose. Immortal love, honor, faith, beauty, balance, and passion. The letter Z. I don't know what this Z is, but man. Letter Z, parrot. I'm hearing if you can't beat them, join them. These powers that be, it's like they're going to try and switch up and give the illusion that they're like pro-humanity. I'm hearing pay attention. Pay attention to their works, not their words. What else, please? I'm so sorry. First, love yourself. It's a lot easier to spot the bullshit without the codependency. It's a lot easier to see through the smoke and mirrors and recognize the false prophets. It's a lot easier to see through the illusions when you're connected with yourself, when you love yourself, when you're not looking for outside validation, when you don't need outside validation, when you're not afraid to stand alone. It's a lot easier to recognize the lies, to recognize the darkness, recognize the chaos. When you're solid within yourself, you can be peaceful in a chaotic environment. When you practice meditation, when you get in control of your mind and the thoughts that feed panic, the thoughts that feed fear, the thoughts that feed hate, loving yourself and recognizing that we are one and the right path is love. Everything else will fall away. Everything else will become crystal clear. The difference between darkness and light is clear. We said before, darkness comes to light. The difference between love and hate becomes clear. But that comes through loving and healing yourself. Without loving and healing yourself, without loving and healing your trauma, without loving and healing your resentments, it becomes very easy to act out of anger, to act out of hate, to act out of fear. But when you come from a place where you've forgiven yourself and you've forgiven others, and you just want to love and live your life, those lessons, those people that you've been through, you can spot them in everybody else. One more, please. The letter T. Take another one. They tried to bury you but didn't realize you were a seed. Never let anybody get the best of you. Releasing the old makes room for the new. It's never too late for a fresh start. It's never too late for a fresh start on an individual level, and it's never too late for a fresh start on a collective level. It's not too late for humanity as a whole to jump timelines. It's not too late. It's not too late to stop listening to these liars. It's not too late to recognize the smoke and mirrors. It's not too late to surrender control. It's not too late to be courageous. It's not too late to be inspired. It's not too late to love yourself. It's not too late to connect with nature. The seed is, they tried to bury you and didn't realize you were a seed. You're a seed that knows how to heal and grow, and through that inspires other people. I don't know about you, but failure is not an option. Quitting is not an option. And giving up on humanity and our ability to triumph and come together and work together and make this planet even more amazing than it is. I just I can't see any other way. I refuse to see any other way. And this is that light, this connecting with nature, finding that sacred space and finding that belief in each other. These energies want us to believe that we can't trust anybody but them. And it's actually very much the other way around. I have no idea what I'm going to title this, but I'm going to leave it at that. If you're still with me, you are for sure, as always, a real one. And I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do to keep this channel going. And I will catch you on the next one. You're beautiful. I love you.